So seals are actually really vulnerable. They are large mammals, but they're really easily impacted by disturbance. So that could be from the air, from the sea, from the land, and they're bothered by loud noises, by people getting too close, and it can actually have some really serious impacts on their long-term health. Actually, when they get disturbed, their stress levels, their cortisol goes up very quickly, just like it does with humans, with other large mammals, and that can have long-term impacts on their health and their ability to breed. Then when they're actually disturbed and something might happen that might bother them into the sea very quickly, they can stampede, they can crush each other, they might have claws ripped out, they might even just get sunburn or gashes, but again those injuries can have long-term impacts when they build up. If mums with young pups are disturbed, then actually it could end up with the pup not being fed regularly enough, or even it could lead to abandonment of the pup as well. Every time that they're bothered, that stops them being able to rest, and it means they have to spend more energy actually getting back into the sea and possibly hauling out again. They only haul out a few times a week. It doesn't have to be every day, and they'll haul out either to digest their food, because they can't do that very well in the sea, to pup or to molt. And when they do haul out, they really need to rest. So it's great that people are accessing recreational activities that are good for mental and physical health, but we have to educate ourselves at the same time. So people often think that paddleboarding, because it's quite quiet, it's quite environmentally friendly in comparison maybe to jet skiing, so it doesn't use fuel, but it still has a big impact on seals. In fact, actually in the southwest it had more impact than jet skis last year on disturbance. So because it's so quiet, if the wind's in the wrong direction, a seal might not smell or hear someone on a paddleboard first, so it might actually surprise them really quickly, and that presents more of a threat to them, and so they're more likely to stampede. And actually we think that the paddle of a paddleboard might actually represent or look like a club to a seal. There might be some innate fear of that. So yeah, they can have a massive impact. So with recreation, it's all just about education, looking up where you're going before you access the water, or whether it's the sea or a river, finding out best practice. You can get that on the Kent Wildlife Trust website or on the Seal Alliance website. There's lots of information out there about how we can actually enjoy the water, but also keep safe and keep wildlife safe as well.
So we depart from the Sandwich Quay, we take customers on a trip down the river for about an hour and 45 minutes, where they'll hear about all the hidden history of the river, along with the river's wildlife, which is absolutely spectacular. As we come to the entrance of the river, just before it opens up to the open water, the sea, we've got amazing creatures down there. There is a whole resident seal colony, common seals and grey seals, that have been there roughly about 30 to 35 years. So we are so lucky to have these animals on our doorstep here, and we want people to be able to watch them in the most safest manner, that they are undisturbed and they manage to live a long and healthy life.
So WISE training is a fantastic opportunity to learn about coastal wildlife and how you can reduce disturbance while you're operating. So WISE is a national training scheme to reduce wildlife disturbance. It helps educate not only tour operators, but also maybe people with recreational commercial industries. So it could be coast steering companies, paddleboarding, wild swimming even, but actually individuals who might enjoy those sports as well can actually take the training on. It gives you an accreditation to make sure that the public are aware that you are a wildlife friendly operator.
So all of our crew have done the WISE qualification, which is about minimising disturbance to the seals and any river wildlife. We educate all of our customers in how important it is to keep your distance from these seals. At the end of the day, where they are is their territory. But to educate people on keeping a distance and minimising the disturbance, hopefully we can get people closer to them and able to see them. It's so wonderful that they're here on our doorstep for people to see.